Morning. Thank you for tuning in with BGI, our first coffee. We're going to have conversations with very interesting women. Here I have Maria Ferraldo that has worked with us before. She's executive manager from City National. And Sara is definitely an amazing executive coach, has worked with us too. And we have very interesting topics to share with you. Mainly we're going to be talking about how to refocus after summer. You know, we're all back from either vacations, or if you didn't go out, we still had kids out. We're all women here. And we just want to share some insight of how to refocus in a professional and personal life. So Sara, how was your summer?
It was great, actually. It was fantastic. I got to go twice in vacation this summer, so it was really nice. Yes. How was your summer?
It was very nice too. Camping. We went to Puerto Rico. Yes, a lot of fun.
How was it with the kids? Because Maria, you have a 6-year-old. You're very organized and planned. Sara has 3 kids.
Yeah.
I personally have 2 girls too, and we were just really talking about how is the transition, and it's very interesting.
Well, I guess, it really depends on how old are your children, because you have a 6,
I'm 6
right?
years old.
And how old are you?
16 and 17.
Yeah, I'm like you, because I have 14 and a half, 16 and a half, and 18 and a half. And I think, depending where they are, our priority shift. And I think that's the first thing we want to say when we talk about refocusing after the summer. It just depends on our priority. Because we're all different, we have different priority, and depending what you value the most, this is where you're going to put your priority.
Absolutely.
So, for example, I used to be a banker. So
10 years. 10 years. If I recall,
more,
10 years.
More, it's a little more than that. But if I say how many years, they're gonna know. I'm not 25. But anyway, when I was a banker, my priority have always been my children. However, my professional priority was much heavier than it is today, because today I have my own business, I work for myself, I have people working for me, so it's totally different. Yes, now today I'm the one who decide, while before I was the one, that had to act. So I think depending on your priority, that's how you refocus after the summer. That's the first thing, and we're all very different. So, for example, my priority, they have always been my family. They're still my family. And after my family, I have to say, my first priority is God, because I believe in God. Then it's me. That's me time. And after that, it's my family. And works come after that.
Okay.
So, for me, work is not my highest priority, but it is probably not what
keeps you going.
Yeah, exactly, because I love what I do.
We need to keep on going.
I love what I do. So for me, my priority is not my work per se, it's my client.
Okay.
And that gives me the energy, that gives me the motivation to go back after the summer. And sometimes I get to work during the summer, and since I had my own business, I don't see so much the shift between summer, it's different because of
6-year-old.
Yeah,
yes.
It's a little bit different, but as your children grow and your priority change, now for me the summer is just another season. There's not so much of a shift as it was before.
Yeah. But with a 6-year-old, it must be different.
Difficult, especially she was in summer camp, coming back from summer camp and getting ready for school, and I have a schedule that I need to. So
you follow your life with a schedule.
Yes.
Even though they're on vacation. As a businesswoman, you manage your personal and your professional life with scheduling.
With a schedule. Yes.
Okay.
That's what works.
In my to share, I believe of course we all need some kind of schedule, but to share mine within my schedule, I leave open quite some time for flexibility. Because in my case that I have teenagers, if you don't have flexibility and you're very, very planned, it can get complicated. You let people down, you don't have me time, and I think the older they were getting, the shorter my list was of priorities during the day. Of course, it's family, personally, like you, but being available for things that are actually unexpected?
I have to work on that.
Well, but you know, may I?
Absolutely.
So this is what I want to say. Everybody's different. We are all different. We have different personality, right? I do have two teenagers, because my daughter is now an adult. She's at the university, so you know.
Congrats.
For me, she's still my baby, my princess, but she's in her second years in university. I think depending on how you are, it's how you're gonna organize yourself and kind of get re-engaged and refocus after the summer, right? So some people, like you were mentioning before we started this live, that you like to be organized. So how long do you plan before?
I plan a week, the minimum 2 days.
2 days.
Mm-hmm.
See, she likes to plan, and you were saying you're not so much of a planner.
There's things there's things that cannot be done without a plan. But within the planning, I need the space, because I was confronted with things that were unexpected, and then I got frustrated and I couldn't comply with work or with my kids or friends, and I found that it was really frustrating. So I definitely, when I learned that I had to give myself some space just in case things could move, people start getting used to it, because the more you can do, the more people are going to ask you to do. Mostly home, mostly kids, husbands, friends, you know, and I fit all of that in my flexible time. That's definitely a must for me.
Do you know what they say, right?
What?
You want something to get done? Ask a busy woman.
Absolutely. Multitaskers.
It's true.
I think we're gonna be sharing with you during the week a few bullet points, so maybe you can relate to us, maybe your mother, your sister, even men. I think men have it not that easy either, because having all the kids and the house moving while kids are in school, it can be complicated. But little by little, we're going to be sharing with you over the next week some of the insight that we manage, not only us, because we also speak not only for your office, which is an amazing bank. Sarah, your line of clients, it's so, it's the variety, it's immense.
Oh, thank you,
So,
thank you. Well, you know, it's an honor for me. I mean, I used to be a banker, and I remember for me that topic, when I was where you are now, it was terrible, because you know, I'm French, and in France we have a lot of vacation.
Yeah, you do. You enjoy life and
so
food.
when I moved to the state and I had this short vacation, it was very hard for me, even to sometimes to enjoy my vacation, because it was hard, you know, to refocus after the vacation. So I totally get it, that when you come back from the summer, everything changed. And I strongly believe, if you know what works for you, use it. If planning works for you, Maria, keep using it, because this is what's going to help you get into your schedule. If having your me time and your space works for you, Joanna, that's what you should do, right? And I think everybody should be able to see what's working for them.
Absolutely.
And always use that.
Thank you.
I believe that there's many things that we don't actually share with our family. I think that it's very important that our family knows how as much as we give to them, not only family, office, because we're humans, even though we have any kind of technology around, there's important things that we should share or could share, because you know the wording can be complicated, but we should share about how important it is for mom to be ready at 7 a.m. or how important it is for your daughter to understand that you won't make it to the beginning of the rehearsal, so we can actually have a better understanding from all over our home. And I think that has worked really good for me, because we became a team. Since we were growing up, we were talking about, I never helped my kids to do their homework. Yet 2 days ago, my daughter goes like, "Mom, how did you do it? How did you do it? How you do it?" Because I mean, we're in Miami. Most of the people we're around, we deal with many different cultures, and you have to respect that and adapt not only to the culture but to the language, to the way you relate. And I definitely think that being, what would be the word, coach? Open, transparent, clear. I don't know, of how we can team up for the transitions. For me, has been really important, because as much as I can see that we need uniforms, books, this, that, you might need a smaller pair of high heels. You know, because you can't walk anymore with very tall high heels because you hurt your foot. So I think sharing and being clear to your needs, to the people around you as a team, can definitely help you refocus and have things ready for everyone to get back on track.
Yeah, and I think to finish what you just said, I think really that what people need to know is that communication is what's important, because you need to tell your needs. So thank you for inviting us.
Thank you very much. We'll be tuning back during the week. We're going to share a little bit of our jobs, what we do and how we handle, because we're not only BGI Capital, we have different branches that we want to share with you, and how each of them requires different strategies. As Sarah, as you have men, you have women, you have teenagers, how you adjust yourself to them, to their personalities. And same for you, Maria. You receive people from all over the world in your amazing bank, and I think it's very important to know how we're ready for them. Thank you for being with us. Hope to see you this week, and have an amazing day.